everybody, welcome to the second episode where we talk about our project. At the beginning of September, we returned for 2 weeks to Estonia. A beautiful time of the year when the first signs of autumn start to appear, when moose start their mating season and cranes start gathering on the fields. We immediately wanted to check the trail cameras we set up across the garden. As seen on the previous episode, we installed salt lick stations and dug a mud pool, and we were really curious to see if the animals actually used them. A total of 7 different mammal species visited the trail camera sites. Here's a small overview. Lots of baby animals were spotted on the cameras this summer, including a roe deer with her 2 fawns. A raccoon dog family with 4 cubs was also seen, checking out the mud pool. A huge wild boar also came to inspect the mud pool. Over the past couple of months, many different moose crossed the garden, and to be honest, they are our favorites. They also came to check out the mud pool and salt. The main area of the garden we focused on this time was the orchard. We started off with taking down an old collapsed greenhouse, which was there from Soviet times. Most of the glass windows were shattered and the wood was completely rotten.
The biggest change and challenge on the property was cutting the grass. The grassland hadn't been cut in decades, so it was quite impossible to do it with a scythe. We contacted a local who was able to cut the grass on the driveway, around the house, and in the orchard with a bigger lawnmower. The other parts were impossible to cut due to wet and uneven terrain. To avoid fertilizing and enriching the soil, we collected the dry grass and formed several bigger hay piles.
There are about 10 very old apple trees in the orchard. Some of them still provide us with some apples. For now, we are rarely staying in Estonia for longer than 2 weeks, and obviously can't take the apples with us. So we decided to just pick as much of them as we could and put them near one of the trail cameras. This way we could check which animals came to feast on our apples, and the result was quite surprising.
This one?
Mom, this tree is really good.
Since the orchard mainly consists of old and dying apple trees, we decided to plant some new fruit trees. We bought a cherry tree, 2 pear trees, a plum tree, and 2 new apple trees. We are already looking forward to trying the fruits for the first time. After planting them, we needed to add the necessary protection too. Hopefully, it will be sufficient to prevent roe deer and moose from damaging the young trees. Just like on our previous trip, we mixed working in the garden with exploring Estonia. We visited different nature reserves, looked for animals during morning and evening safaris, had a walk on the beach, tried kayaking, and went hiking in the bogs.
This was all for the second episode. A short update might come in winter. Until next time.